right, what is up, good people of YouTube? It is P from PTV, and I'm back again with another video. This time we are doing something completely different, and this is because, right, I drew this inspiration from my live streams. I always get people in the chat asking me, P, what are the most OP players? What can I get for this budget? So on and so forth. FYI, if you guys want to come chill in the stream, I'll leave the link down in the description. Follow me. I stream Thursdays through Sundays. We get a little weekend league, among other things. Anyway, shameless plug out of the way. Let's get to it. I am going to offer you guys up the most OP players I can possibly imagine, and we're going to make a series out of this and give ourselves a budget every single time. This time I'm starting with the lowest budget I can possibly imagine anybody has here, February. Even in an RTG in FIFA, we're looking at 100K, right? 100K. Now, you guys are thinking OP players. Some of y'all might not know what that means, so I'm going to clearly define what OP means for you, and it is my best, in the best terms that I possibly can. Now, OP means someone that A, fits the meta, and don't worry if you don't know what the meta is, I'll be going over that later in this video. Someone that fits the meta, for this cycle of FIFA, and also is value for coins, right? Value for coins. Given, like, a lot of you guys might not like some of my suggestions, but what I'm telling you is, like, you know, you could go from a tier B player to a tier A player, and it could be a substantial amount of coins, but the return in gameplay investment you'll receive back from the tier A player might not be worth upgrading from B to A, okay? So that's what I mean by overpowered OP players, and let's just jump right into it, okay? I'm gonna try my best to make a hybrid real quick for you guys. All right, if we slide over here, I considered putting a bunch of different players on this third CM role, right? I considered a bunch of them. I considered Wijnaldum from Liverpool. I considered Fabinho from Liverpool, but I had to go with a player, and I think this is gonna be an unpopular opinion. Hey, Ndombele from Tottenham, man, from Tottenham. This guy, again, is kind of a mix, right? I don't want to say he's super OP. He is OP, but he's kind of a mix of De Jong, and he's kind of a mix of De Jong and Sissoko, right? So De Jong being the more dribble-friendly CDM, CM type. Sissoko being the big, burly kind of, you know, run and truck you over CDM. Look at Ndombele's stats. He has decent base pace, right? And again, he's got a higher aggression and strength stat for the CM, but he also comes in with better agility than Sissoko and way better ball handling and even a little bit of passing here. So he's kind of a combination of both of those guys. Again, you're not getting much finishing out of it, literally anybody in the midfield, but that's not what they're there for. They're there to help on defense and to help get forward with the build-up play, right? Again, what would I recommend on this? I would not recommend you play him at CDM. I would recommend probably an engine. An engine feels really, really good. I could also see, I forget what it's called. I could also see a passing / physical chemistry. I can't remember what it's called. Feel free to correct me in the comment section. As we move down, okay, you guys are going to know this guy for sure. If you've played a little bit, you know Eder Militao, right? Eder. I get roasted for saying his name wrong all the time on stream, man. Don't kill me, okay? This guy's a stud, man. Listen, center back meta is pace, again, is strength and aggression, and is agility. Now, you're not going to get super agility with any of these gold cards. Oh, I actually have him on loan. There he is. but you're going to get, like, if you get an agility around 70, you're looking pretty good for a center back. You put a shadow on the guy, you put a sentinel on the guy, you're doing really, really well. I'm telling you, the guy's in-game stats, right, are not anything to gawk at. Maybe they were in the very beginning of the game, but now they are not. But he still plays way better than his stats. And you know what? I know that's a little bit subjective, and it's not necessarily what you can't come here for, but this guy is OP. If you give him a little bit of a chance, he'll come in, and I'm sure he will impress you, man. Militao on the left, it doesn't really matter left or right, but on the other side, I'm going to go with another La Liga center back, and we're going to go with Daddy Langlet here. Mr. Langlet, if I can find an N, as if I can spell Clement Langlet right here, okay? I think this is the most expensive player. Militao was coming in at like 1.5K. This is the most expensive player I have on this list. He is 16K. And again, you're going to look at these stats and be like, okay, that's sort of underwhelming, right, for a center back at this point. But again, he's got really good defending base stats. And he's got usable enough pace to where if you boost it, you're going to see that he's doing just fine. And you're going to notice his composure and his agility is okay, but his composure and reactions are also fantastic, right? Shadow on this card, you've got a guy that's going to keep up with most strikers around the way as long as he's not trying to go hip to hip with any super pacey strikers. I think you'll be just fine with Langlet right here. Oh, I actually lied. That was not the most expensive player. This is the most expensive player right here, goalkeeper. But this is also, my opinion, he is the best player at this position. That's my opinion. And if he's not the best player, he's definitely 2 or 3. And he's only behind icons, right? Ter Stegen, bro. I use him still on my main account. Ter Stegen is phenomenal. I don't see any reason aside also, I have to tell you guys, I get this question asked all the time. What chemistry should I run on my goalkeeper? It's always basic. Always basic. Don't run anything else, man. Basic gives you the most of anything that you would possibly need, okay? Ter Stegen is the best keeper in the game, and most of the time the keepers come down to traits, okay? Traits. There are 3 super important traits for a keeper to have. It's pushes up on corners, it saves with feet, and it's sweeper keeper. Ter Stegen has 2 of those. He has pushes up and he has saves with feet. The only other 2 goalies that have those same ones are De Gea, who doesn't play as good for me in game but is still pretty good, and Van der Sar. I think the middle version of Van der Sar has both of those. Sweeper keeper, off the top of my head, you're probably looking at like Neuer, right? But Ter Stegen is by far the best keeper in the game. He has a couple upgradable versions, but most people rock his gold. On the right, I have used this player in my club. I'm going to show you. I don't want to lie, but it's at least 500 games. He has at least 500 games for me. And this might be a lie right here. This might be the card, the total number of games on the card might be a lie, because I packed this guy untradeable as I was still using the same card and sold that card. Look, I have 471 games. I have at least 600 games played because I had the card prior to packing this one untradeable. Nelson Semedo, dude, it's a combination of his speed, his agility, and you boost dang it, I can't remember, Sentinel. And if you give him a Sentinel, his defending and physical stats go way, way, way up. Yes, the card lacks passing, but honestly, since his work rates are a medium high, the guy tends to stay back anyway. He's super pacey, he's super quick. There are times when I accidentally run circles around whoever on the sideline I'm trying to check because he's so fast and he's so quick. This guy is a must-have, man. He's also got decent size on him. He's a beast. He's still a beast this far into February. February in the game, Semedo's still a monster. Okay, now, I debated a whole bunch on this guy right here. The reason why I was thinking about putting Gigi here, Wijnaldum instead of Ndombele, was because Wijnaldum's still pretty good, but also because I wanted to link Robertson. Robertson is really, really solid, but I instead decided to stick with a completely La Liga back, and instead of Robertson, we're going to go with Ferland Mendy, right? And Mendy for a couple of reasons. He is super quick, he is super fast, but what the pros like about Mendy, if I can just find him for you guys, that would be great. What the pros enjoy about Ferland Mendy, you'll notice, is when he gets forward, 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot. Now, the 5-star weak foot is not only for finishing. If you're unaware, the 5-star weak foot also helps with his passing, man. It's very, very good at passing, okay? So the pace, the agility, the size, he's 5'11". He's just beastly and feastly, bro. So this is my 100K squad for those of you who are on a budget looking for a discount, maybe just starting, maybe you just got the game, whatever the case is. If you guys want more, throw a budget out there in the comment section. I will make the most OP team that I possibly can think of within that budget for you guys. If you have questions or concerns about your team, if you have budget things, feel free to also comment that, but more likely jump into my stream, man, and just ask me questions, and I can shoot it with you back and forth a little bit quicker, man. It's been P from PTV. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Click like, subscribe, notification bell, all that stuff, and I will see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.